You on?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good morning, folks. This is Mikey Azena, Norkin Magic here in a dreary, nasty St. Augustine, Florida. We've got a severe weather warnings up for this afternoon, but anyway, what I'm working on this little bait net. It's just over 5 foot. What I do to these when I don't have an order for a bait net, when I got the time, I'll work one down to about 5.5 foot, then I'll quit, put it up, and I'll start a mullet net or something, and then because I never know what somebody's going to want, whether they're going to want a 6 foot or 7 or 8. Anyway, but what I'm doing here is I'm going to cut out, because we're going to talk about Spanish nets. I promise we're going to start on that. That I'm going to put in. Phil can see. So I'm going to put in a widening. I like to always keep stressing widenings because it's such an important part of a net, is getting the correct amount of widenings in the right place. And anyway, you see what I'm doing. I'm double tying that wide. You have to double tie your widenings. We know that. And I'm going to get this thing here. All right. That's the first one. Then I'm going to lay this down, and we're going to go to work on talking about the Spanish net. Okay. Now, on the Spanish net, it's basically just a long English net until you get ready to rig it. So, but what we want to do, if you're going to make that net, if you're going to make it, well, it's just a hypothetical figure. Let's just say 8 foot. We're going to make an 8 foot bag net. So what we're going to do, we're going to net down to 7 foot and 4 inches. Okay. We're going to stop there. You're going to cut out, just as if you was finished, and you're going to put a double row. And when I say double row, that's your twine doubled and put on the needle. That's and you're going to put a double row on that net at that point. Now, then after you put that double row, you're going to go back to your single twine, and you're going to knit that net down to 8 foot. So we're going to go 7'4", put in a double row, and then we get down to 8 foot. We're going to stop. Now, at that point, you got to decide how much bag you want to put on that net. Whether you want to put a foot and a half, 2 foot, whatever you want to put. But what you have to do, again, let's say we're going to put a foot bag on it. You're going to have to knit 2 feet of plain webbing. That's a lot of work, especially when that net's 8 foot. You're going to have to knit 2 more foot of plain webbing on it. And at that point, you're going to put a double row. Again, that's the row that your lead line attaches to. Then you're going to go ahead, you're going to put your lead line on it, and you're going to complete it. And what you're going to have at that point is you're going to have a 10-foot net. All right, now, to rig it, you're going to take it out, and you need a place where you can spread that thing out on the ground, not in the grass. You need a hard surface, a driveway, and you're going to spread that net out perfectly round, inside out. That's important. Make sure you have that net inside out, because that's your bag is going to be on the inside. So what you're going to do, you're going to spread that net out. You're going to come around. And ideally, you want to make you make you a gauge. Get you a little piece of stick about 7 inches, because that's how long you want the brail lines. You're going to take and cut your little gauge, and you're going to take and you're going to all the way around. You're going to catch that lead line, and you're going to come up, and you're going to bring it up a foot all the way around. That's going to leave you a 1 foot bag, right? 2 foot doubled over. It's going to be a 1 foot bag. You're going to do that all the way around that net. Now, at this point, is when you're gonna take and start your braille line. And I'd use a number 15. That's basically, now I don't make bag nets. I haven't made bag net in years. But basically, I would use the same size as you would on your English nets for your braille lines, or tucks we call them. Then what you're going to do, you're going to come up here, you're going to pick you a spot, and you're going to start at that double row, and you're going to take and put you in 2 or 3 good half hitches. Then you're going to come down at an angle. You want to eyeball that thing, or what you want to do, you want to eyeball that thing. You're going to come down, and you're going to come. Let's say that's my braille line there. I'm going to come straight down. Then I'm going to go over 4 meshes, because they're going to be at an angle. I'm going to come down. Then at that point, I'm going to secure into that lead line. Another thing I would suggest, when you spread that net out on the ground, when you're getting ready to put those braille lines in it, put your weight over from where you started, because when you start working around, you don't want to start pulling that thing and get it out of killer on you, because you want to keep these things straight, because it's going to be a diagonal. All right, you come down, like I said, 4 meshes. Then you're going to come back up, and you're going to be 8 from the top, from where you first started. You're going to have a diamond. What you're going to have? You're going to have this all the way down. It's like this. It zigzags all the way around, and keep your little gauge, and keep that lead line 7 inches from that double row, the bottom of that double row. You're going to come down, tie into the lead line, then you're going to go up to the double row, 8 meshes over, and tie in. Come down 8, all the way around it, all the way around it. What I'm going to do here sometime in the future, I'll get a bag net from somebody where I can better show you this. You got plenty of time, because there's a couple of guys that's going to make it on a bag net, and they're going to be a while. So we've got time, but that's basically the important thing right now. Is getting the net the length you want, and just determining how much bag you want. All right, let's drop that for now. I'm going to show you something. You don't have, in the top, you don't have a horn. You know what you're going to do? You need to get you one of these little kits. What do you call these things, Phil?
Fids. Fids. F-I-D-S.
F-I-D-S?
Yeah, a fid.
Fid.
Yes, for threading the poly.
Okay, you hear that? You ought to hear. He's right there talking to you. Now, you get these in a kit. There's like one for a 1/4 inch diameter. This is for the 3/8, and there's a bigger one. They're inexpensive. They don't cost you much to get the kit. Or if you're going to get just one, based on this diameter hand line you're going to use. If you don't want to use the one for the 3/8 with 1/4 inch, because when you feed this in here, see what I'm fixing to do. I'm going to slide this up in it, and you want it nice and tight. See how tight that is? All right. Now what I'm going to do, I just got a little piece of scrap hand line here to show you, because what you're going to do, at this point, you're going to thread this through the top of that net. You're going to thread it through the top of that net. And then you're going to pull it down tight. And what you want to do, there's different ways of doing this. But this is the way I like to do it. I'm going to show you the ending of this thing here in just a minute. I'm going to come in here and work this thing inside that. Come on and cooperate with me, you little son of a gun. All right. See what I'm doing? I'm pushing that thing up in it. See what I'm doing? I'm pushing that thing. See, this is gonna come right on down, this, assuming, this is through that net now, by the way. And you're gonna keep it, pulling it down nice and tight. Okay. Now, what you're gonna fish this out. You're gonna pull your fid out of there. See how pretty that is? Okay. That won't stay, by the way. You're gonna have to secure it. That's what I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you next how you secure that. This is a completed net. This is a nice little 6.5 foot mullet net that's available, but that's a pretty little. Okay, you can see what I've done here. But of course, this is a hand line. But you can see, I want to show you when I talk about securing this thing so it can't come out. You see what I did? I took a piece of, cut you a piece of line, a couple of feet long or so, and you start in the middle with a clove hitch, and you go either way with a half hitch. Round and pull it tight, round, pull it tight, round, pull it tight. When you get down, what is that? That's about 3/4 of an inch perhaps.
Yes.
Then when I get down, I'm gonna cut that off about 1/8 of an inch. I'm gonna take a little house match, not the kitchen match, the little box of little small matches like people would light a cigarette with. And you want to light that on fire. It's gonna immediately burn right down flush. Just take your finger and smooth it off. It ain't gonna hurt you. Smooth it off. And then you want to come the other way and do the same thing. Okay, see how I've got that? Now I take and I coat that really good with clear fingernail polish. I use Miracle Nail because it doesn't tarnish. Miracle Nail does not tarnish, turn pink on you. Some of these other brands of nail polish will, not that it hurts or anything, but anyway, and I'll coat that really good with that nail polish, and assuming this was on top of that net, this is what you'd have right here. All right. With that said, pretty well covered, I think. What I can for now. So I think. Well, I tell you, I hope everybody had a nice holiday season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And again, if you got any questions, don't hesitate to call or write. And I guess with that said, until the next time, I will come up with a Spanish net where I can show you better on putting that bag on there, because I got to tell you, I don't make Spanish nets. I got a little Spanish net I made, a little 6-foot Spanish net I made for a demonstrator, and I ended up giving it to our son to put away for his doings down the road, but I forgot all about that thing. I could have got it and had it today. I just forgot. I don't remember so well. But anyway, with all of that said, if you want to, we're at Menorcan Magic. Have like 50 videos on YouTube. My address is on there. Telephone number is on there. 904-217-7974. YouTube channel is under Mike Uzena. And look at some of the videos if you haven't. Most of you already have. But I hope you found this stuff interesting and helpful. That's the thing, it's helpful. Because I want you to make your own net. I want you to do that. Okay? So with that said, until the next time, take care of yourself.